Well, hello everyone, sports fans and Chiefs Kingdom. This is Conrad Baker TV here. So, today I'm here to tell you guys the 2025 Kansas City Chiefs schedule, as the entire NFL schedule for the 2025 season just came out earlier this week. Uh, as well, for a while we knew our opponents who we were going to play, but we just didn't know when we were going to play them. And so now, uh, the schedule is out. Uh, the NFL kickoff games will be the Dallas Cowboys against the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday, September 4th. Which kind of thought it was going to be the Eagles. Obviously, we knew it was going to be them hosting. I thought probably was going to be the Eagles against either the Lions, Cowboys, or Commanders, or even the Rams. I thought it was going to be one of those four teams, and so it's Dallas. So, no surprise by that. And so the Kansas City Chiefs will open up the season on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers, but it is not in Los Angeles. It will be in Sao Paulo, Brazil on Friday, September 5th. So that's right, playing an international game. This will be our first ever game in Brazil, and just the second ever NFL game in Brazil. Uh, and yeah, so it's a little surprised by that to open up the season. Uh, you know, in another country, and it'll be against the rival Chargers, who, we've always had some great games whenever we play them since they got Justin Herbert. So, and yeah, so that should be hopefully one heck of a way to start the season in Brazil. Uh, and yeah, so that'll be on Friday, September 5th. So that means basically we have almost like a mini bye week. And then our home opener, week 2, will be against, ironically, the Philadelphia Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch. So yeah, so right off the bat, a second game of the season and first home game. I guess a revenge game for us, trying to get revenge from that really bad, ugly loss in the Super Bowl back in February. So, it's our quest to have 3 straight Super Bowls failed, and we lost a game that was not close to the Eagles in the Super Bowl back in February. So yeah, and ironically, the only other game in Brazil featured the Eagles last year in Week 1. It was against the Packers, and yeah, so those are 2 tough games right off the bat. The Chargers, who always seem to put up a fight, and then a rematch with the Eagles in our home opener. So, and then Week 3, back on the road, this time Sunday Night Football against the New York Giants, where the Giants, they recently signed veteran quarterback Russell Wilson, as he'll probably be their starter, assuming, but they also drafted a quarterback in the draft last month from Ole Miss, Jackson Dart. And the Giants have they actually have the toughest schedule in the league. And yeah, so that should be an interesting game. So that's week 3, and then week 4 will be at Arrowhead against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. So that should be one heck of a game. It'll be a rematch from week 1 of last year. So, yeah, that won't be an easy game. And then week 5 will be October 6th, Monday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who drafted a 2-way player in this year's draft, cornerback / wide receiver Travis Hunter. So the Jaguars also have a new coach, so that could be an interesting game there. So that's week 5, and then week 6 back home, another primetime game. This time against the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. So, yeah, Detroit, the best team in the NFC, top team in the NFC last year. So that should be That should be a good one. Then week 7, we'll be at home again against the Las Vegas Raiders, who now have a new head coach, former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll, and they'll have a new quarterback Geno Smith, who they got from Seattle on a trade. So, games against the Raiders, at least the past few times, have been pretty close games. So, and then week 8 will be Monday Night Football, October 27th, against the Washington Commanders. So really looking forward to that game. It'll be the first ever matchup between Patrick Mahomes and reigning Rookie of the Year winner Jaden Daniels, who took the league by storm last year, and the Commanders made the surprise run to the NFC title game. And yes, so that should be a great game, hosting Washington in primetime. The Commanders have, I think, 5 primetime games after only having like 1 in the regular season last year. So, and then after that game, week 9, November 2nd, against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen again. I believe this will be like the 6th straight year that we'll be playing them in the regular season, and obviously we know Allen seems to get Mahomes and the Chiefs in the regular season, and we seem to get them in the playoffs. So that's week 9, and then our bye week is after that in week 10. So that's a pretty good spot for the bye week, basically right in halfway through the season. And then coming out of the bye, we'll be at the Denver Broncos in week 11. And yeah, the Broncos, who definitely will be good again with their second-year quarterback Bo Nix. So that won't be an easy game. And then week 12, at home, November 23rd, against the Indianapolis Colts. And who knows who their starter will be. Either be probably Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. But Richardson's been very inconsistent so far in his brief career. Jones, who was cut by the Giants before the season ended last year, so see how that game goes. And then week 13, playing on Thanksgiving Day against the Dallas Cowboys. So that should be one heck of a game, and yeah, two of probably the most iconic teams in the NFL right now. Mahomes and the Chiefs against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. So yeah, that'll be Thanksgiving Day. So the Chiefs, this will be our first Thanksgiving Day game since 2006, and a little surprised that we have never played on Thanksgiving with Mahomes until this season. So, and then after that, week 14, December 7th, against the Houston Texans, a rematch of last year's divisional round game. That should be a good one. Then week 15, a rematch from week 1 against the Chargers. So who knows what records we will be at that point. Week 16, December 21st, against the Tennessee Titans, who had drafted number 1 overall quarterback Cam Ward from Miami. So probably be the first ever match between Mahomes and rookie quarterback Cam Ward. So, and then week 17, Christmas Day in prime time against the Denver Broncos. So this will be our 3rd straight year playing on Christmas Day. So, and yeah, first time I played on Christmas 2 seasons ago did not go so well, and then last year a dominant win against Pittsburgh. So now the Broncos will come to town Christmas night. So that should be a good one. Then we close out the year, week 18, at the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah, trying to make it back to the playoffs and make it I think it would be a 9th straight division title. So that's a pretty tough schedule, though. Playing the NFC East, they had 2 playoff teams last year. And then, of course, Buffalo and Baltimore, and our division rivals, which division I think is going to be pretty tough this year. I think all three teams in our division, I think are going to play pretty good on us. So the games I'm looking forward to the most, definitely week one against Chargers in Brazil. And then, I mean, the rematch against the Eagles the very next week. And then we're looking forward to Monday Night Football Week 8 against Jane Daniels and the Commanders. That should be one heck of a game. And, Thanksgiving Day against Dallas. So, we're playing in, I think, 6 primetime games, and literally almost all of our games are on national TV, and we only have, I think, 3 12 o'clock games. So, and who knows, they could change, that could, be changed since, league tends to change times of games. So, but yeah, so there you have it. That's the schedule for the Chiefs for the 2025 season. So let me know what you guys think, and what you think our record will be for this season coming up in the fall. So anyway, thank you much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.